Good morning, everyone. Starting the Facebook Live. I'm going to adjust my camera just a hair just to see that I look normal. Yeah, I've got a mess behind me, which is normal. I'm sure all of you that watch my lives realize that it's a mess because it normally is. So today is June 6th. Amazing. Our catalog has been live for, this is the 6th day, and we have been getting lots and lots of orders. You guys are loving the book, loving the supplies in there. It's amazing. I have one right back here amidst the gigantic mess of stuff that I just dropped on the floor. So here's the catalog. Now I can show you the inside. I can show you anything I want because it's live. Yay! So that's very exciting. There's a ton of new stuff in there, and I wouldn't even begin to know where to start. I've ordered my gigantic order myself. I have not received it yet. It should be here on Friday. I could have paid extra money to have it expedited, but the cost is just, to me, exorbitant. It would have been about $200 for me to have it shipped overnight to me, and I just really wasn't willing to pay $200 for that because I could spend $200 on a lot more amazing stuff. So I won't have it until Friday, so I will definitely have stuff to show you next week. Well, because I've showed you some stuff. We were able to pre-order some things, and I've showed you some of those items. And so you're familiar with a few of the things that we've already had, but there's a lot of new things. One of the things that I'm very excited to get is the Broadway Bound suite bundle, because it coordinates with this month's Paper Pumpkin. So if you guys are Paper Pumpkin subscribers with me, you are going to be so excited because the kit, I haven't seen it, but I know it's going to coordinate with our new Broadway Bound suite. So I'm very excited. I should just pull that up and show you guys what it looks like because it's really cool. It's just fun and bright, and I'm so excited to get it because, yeah, I just love new stuff. Okay, it's on page 69 in the catalog, and so here it is. I'll hold it up. Isn't that cool? I'll try to peek around. So our Paper Pumpkin kit is going to coordinate with this stuff. So that makes your Paper Pumpkin kits even more valuable if you can use them with things that we currently sell in the catalog. So this is a new thing they're trying. I'm very excited about it. Good morning, everyone. Linda, Brina, Julie, how are you guys? And so I'm just really super excited to get that suite, get my Paper Pumpkin kit this month, and see what I can do putting it all together. So I'm very excited about that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about today was I'm going to start offering online classes. And my online classes are going to be just that, strictly online. You will not receive any of the cut cardstock pieces in the mail or anything like that. So you would need to have, so my first one is the Abstract Impressions bundle. So all the projects in the class are going to use either the stamp set, the Springtime Impressions, dies, the Garden Impressions paper, all three of those items, two of those items, or one of those items. All the cards use something in those three items, along with the metallic ribbon that's coordinating with that suite. So the online class, it was going to be 8 cards, but I decided to throw in another one, so there'll be 9 total. And so you'll get a PDF file for 9 cards, plus I have created videos for every single one of them. So you'll get 9 exclusive videos. Good morning, Tanya. You will get 9 project sheets in a file that I will email to you, all for $20. That's a really good price considering the amount of hours I put into doing this. Just shooting, editing, and uploading videos takes hours of time, along with creating project sheets. It just takes an exorbitant amount of time. I'm happy to do it because I love being able to offer you guys new things. And so this is a new thing for me to offer. So the first one is the Abstract Impressions class. And I do have a ton of cards. These are not going to be in the class. The cards in the class are exclusive to the class, and I will not be sharing them anywhere. So you won't find them on the internet, on Pinterest, on Facebook. You won't find them anywhere. They're only in the file. So like I said, you can get it for $20, the file. You can purchase the bundle of products on my blog, which is the stamp set, die set, paper stack, and the ribbon, and you will get the class for free. Or you can join my team as a demonstrator. All my team members that have placed their first order as a demonstrator get all my $20 online classes for free. Okay, Rosanna, gotcha. So yeah, so it's something new I'm offering. I'm also going to be doing one on the varied vases, I believe is what it's called, a bundle. The Sea of Textures, the Rooted in Nature, the Serene Garden, and then there'll be more, but those are the 5 that I'm working on right now. So yay. So here's some cards. This one, I think I did show you guys last week. If not, I do have an exclusive video, or I mean, I do have a video on this on YouTube. It's just kind of a fun, different kind of a fold where you cut some of that off. Here's what I got in a swap from my friend Dina. Here's another one with that fun butterfly. I really like that. This one, they used the die in the set and just colored the die cut with different colors. Must be, I'm guessing sponge daubers, so that's pretty fun. This one, the die cut was not actually pulled out of the cut, so it's just stood in there, so it just looks like it's embossed. Isn't that cool? I really like that. Another one with the butterfly. This one is cropped out of gold foil sheets. Another one with the, this must be champagne foil sheets on this one. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then this is just a different kind of a fold, different kind of shape of card. So these are also cards that are going to be in my, I will be doing a Share What You Love. No, that was last month. Losing my mind. The abstract impressions. I don't know why I can't get that right, but I can't. Abstract impressions. I will be doing a multi-card video on that sometime probably next month. Again, that will not include the cards in my online class. Those are going to be exclusive and they won't be seen anywhere else. So stay tuned for that. What else do we have going on? I do have my In Color Club, and you can join that anytime. You will get all the In Color products over the course of 5 months with me for $31.99 a month. You can check that out on my blog. In fact, you can check out all this stuff on my blog, barbstamps.com, and you can find all information about all the stuff that I have going on there. I do want to give away the cards from last week, but I want to show them to you again because these all used the Abstract Impressions bundle, which is my online class. These are not the cards in the class. So I did this note card. I did a bunch of these. I did one for you guys, and then I did a set of 4 for my mom. I did this one here. Love the mango melody on this card. It's so fun. And then the sequins. Love the sequins. We did this one where we cropped the die cut just a little bit. I did that little flower with a little bit of Dazzling Diamonds glitter in the center. And then we did this removable bookmark card that the recipient can remove the bookmark and use it for them. So these are the 4 cards that I did last week. And the winner of those cards is, ta-da, Mary Ann Hillary. So Mary Ann, and anybody else who's ever won on my Facebook Lives, I do need you to either email me, barb@barbstamps.com, Facebook message me, however you want to contact me, it's fine, I don't care. But you must contact me with your mailing address so I don't have to try to find it. Some of you are customers of mine, some of you are not. So I don't want to have to be running around trying to find addresses. Just send it to me, and then I'll send your cards out. So Mary Ann Hillary, contact me to get your cards. Okay, as I talked about, ordering started on June 1st, so you can go ahead and order any time, day or night now and get new stuff from the new catalog. Very exciting. And an update on my mom. She's still in the rehab facility from her broken pelvis. The last 3 weekends I have been up there on the weekend, and so unfortunately I haven't been able to work as much as I should because I can't really work while I'm up there because I'm visiting her. So I only have 3 cards for you guys this week. I hope that's okay. It's a bit of a struggle for me getting my online class done. I do have a family and myself. Traveling up there to hang out with her so she's not lonely in the facility is something that I do need to do also. So there's many things I need to do. I'm also considering maybe for the summertime changing the Facebook Live time. It might work easier for me. We'll see. I don't know. So things are kind of up in the air right now as far as my mom goes. I don't know when she's going to get out of the facility, and when she does, then I'm definitely going to have to go up there and hang out up there for a while to help her transition to home. So it is what it is. So we will go ahead. I'm going to flip the camera around and then we'll start doing some projects. So here we go. Always hope for a smooth transition. That's pretty good. Oh, here's my glasses. They're still broken. I think I told you guys 2 months ago I broke them. I still haven't gotten new ones. It's just one of those things I just haven't gotten. I don't know. It has not been a priority for me to go get new glasses. I can see okay with these. So, all right. Let me get one of my buckets so we can get some supplies. Move my catalog out of the way. Move my chair so I don't trip over it. Okay. So, our first card, I wanted to bring out these super fun. Memories and More is like our scrapbooking line, our memory keeping line of products. And they do have a suite of products. I think it's called the Detailed. Oh, no, I'm going to have to look it up because everything in here is so new. I can't remember the names of everything yet. page 39. So on page 39, I think this is all in there on page 39. Hopefully we'll find out. Page 39 of the new catalog. Yes, we have something called the Delightfully Detailed Suite. And so that suite includes all of these amazing products. We've got the Detailed with Love stamp set, which I have right here. We have the Detailed Trio Corner Punch, which is here, which is super fun. We've got the Faceted Dots, which I think I showed you before. We've got this amazing polka dot tulle ribbon. Well, I've got it here, so I might as well grab it and show you. So here are the Faceted Dots. They come in the Grapefruit Grove, the Blackberry Bliss Black, and Mint Macaron. Boy, I stumbled over that. And then here is that fun polka dot tulle ribbon. It comes in white and vanilla. We've got the Delightfully Detailed Memories and More card pack, which I do have underneath the catalog. We've got the note cards and envelopes. Let me grab those. Those are super fun. They are our 3.5 by 5 inch note cards. They come as a set of, I think there's 20 in here. So you get 5 of each pattern, or 4 of each pattern, excuse me. So there's one. Here's one. Keep lost on the feet. I got you back. No sound. Oh my gosh, I hope. Does everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up or shoot me a smiley face or something if you can hear me. I hope you can. Then we've got these Blackberry Bliss and these Blackberry Bliss. And they all come with envelopes. So here's the very vanilla envelopes that they come with. So those are fun. Then we have this super cool new Delightfully Detailed laser cut paper. Grab that. Okay, Wendy, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Yay. So this is the Delightfully Detailed Designer Series paper, and it's so delicate and so amazing. You get a full 12 by 12 sheet of this pattern, and maybe I should bring out a piece of cardstock so you can see the detail in this stuff a little bit better. So here is a chunk that I've cut because I'm getting ready to hopefully make a card with that sometime today. And then we have these fun strips that you can cut, and they're double-sided. So they're white on one side, vanilla on the other. Here's another kind of fun strip piece. And then there's these pieces here, and they're kind of designed, get up there. And these are kind of designed to be cut, and then you can use them on the front of these note cards if you want, or you can just put them on any color cardstock that you might have. So that's really fun. And then, like I said, the large chunk is a 12 by 12 sheet of just this amazing detailed paper here. Let's see if I can not make a mess and not destroy this stuff. So here is the large sheet. You can just cut this up. You could actually just cut these little things out and just set them on a card. So this stuff's going to be super fun. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I'm cutting it. So I've got the first step down. It's cut. So yeah, it's going to happen. And each sheet is separated by tissue paper to help keep it from getting messed up. So we're going to try to keep it like that. So anyways, that's the paper. So that's all the goodies in the suite. And so we are going to be using the card pack today, along with, are we using the stamp set on this card? Can't remember. Yes, as a matter of fact, I am using the stamp set on this card. I'm funny. I cracked myself up. Okay. So in these are kind of made for memory keeping. So they've got all kinds of fun patterns, and you could just use these, you know, on regular cards. You wouldn't have to use them on scrapbook pages. Oh, there's that other piece. I thought I lost it. And so they have, some of them have some sayings on them. These are the large ones. These are 4 by 6. Put your phone down. Gosh, I wish I could have my kids do that more often. And then we've got some cool laser cut pieces, some die cuts, stickers, couple sheets of those. So those are the 4 by 6s. And then we have these 3 by 4s. Actually, that's a 4 by 6. I cut that. So some of them have the detail. We've got some with words, some with just patterns and words. And so these can be used on the front of cards. They can be used on scrapbook pages, you know, whatever you want to do with them. You just get a ton of these things. And so we're going to use one of them. So we're going to actually use this one. Where's the other one here? Oh, it's in my little pack of paper. So we're going to be using these two. We're going to be using the one that says Collect Moments, Not Things. And then this one here with that fun black and grapefruit pattern on the opposite side. So I've got my little pieces here that are already cut. So I went ahead and cut this piece down to, now I can't remember because of course I did it like an hour ago. Who can remember what they did an hour ago? 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. So that means this is 3 by 4. Yeah. So I cut this piece to go on this layer of black. And then this card was a 4 by 6. And so I just cut it down just barely. So it would end up being 4 by 5 1/4. So you can see I cut about 3/8 inches off both ends. And what is cool about this card is the way that the words are placed. I'm going to cover that up because I don't want to use that sentiment on my card. So it's just perfectly sized that my 3 by 4 is going to cover that up. Yay! But I still get this kind of cool kind of pattern on the back that's not plain like cardstock, but just has a little bit of detail and fun to it. So that's what I've done with that. I've got a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of Whisper White thick cardstock because I am going to use this as my card base, so I do want it to be the thick so it stands up. A 1 inch by whatever random strip of Grapefruit Grove. So I'm going to go ahead and start throwing these things together. Where's my snail? Here we go. So I'm just going to, whoops, start moving snail. There we go. Add some snail. Oops. My snail is getting down to the end, and sometimes when it gets down to the end, it just doesn't like to work very well. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I'm learning to live with that phrase. It is what it is. Okay, so we've got that. And now I'm going to go ahead and run some snail. Ugh, I may just have to change this. I'm going to. It's just getting too close to the end, and so it's not being very friendly to me at this moment. So we're just going to go ahead and replace that with a new one. Now we'll see what we get. Ah, yes. Much better. Okay. So like I said, I'm covering up the words. This says collect moments, not things, which is not a bad saying at all. It's just not what I want on my card. But I did want to use this fun pattern that I found on this Grapefruit Grove. Move it up just a hair so it covers the whole thing. There. I think that will work. Okay, and then I do see that I have a tiny bit of black overhang here, and I'm just going to trim that off with some scissors. There we go. All right, so then this is going to go on my piece of Whisper White thick. So it's like these card packs, you get like free DSP in them or something, you know, which is kind of fun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and layer this. It's times like these when I say to myself, go get yourself new glasses because clearly you can't see. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So then I've got this little strip that's 1 inch wide. I'm going to bring in our black embossing powder. You notice how it has an X on it? This means it's retired. It retired at the end of the catalog in 2016 or 2017, but then they brought it back. So yay, black is back. I'm so excited. I just love black embossing powder. It's just amazing. And I need my embossing buddy. Got it right here. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy. I'm going to just pounce it onto this strip of cardstock just so it takes off any static that may be there because I don't want any static. I'm going to ink this up in some Versamark. And this greeting is just about 1 inch wide, so it's going to be perfect. And we'll just kind of eyeball that about like so. Sprinkle the powder on the top of it. There we go. Oops, I feel like that's going to tip over. And then I just like to give it some flicks to get that excess powder off. And then I do have like a paintbrush in here. This is a little tip for you. So if you find you can't get all that off by flicking, if you just gently take a paintbrush and then you can just kind of wipe it off wherever there might be some excess. And then sometimes if you just like touch it a little bit with this paintbrush, then it will go away. And obviously I didn't use my embossing buddy the right way. So anyways, then I would heat this up with my heat tool. It would melt and then it would look like the magic of TV. That. Let me move all these things out of the way because we're not going to need those again. So it would look like that. And then I would take my Banner Triple Punch. And I would just slide that into my banner triple punch. And then I would just snip off that edge. And then here's my little banner. And so that I am just going to add to the edge of the card right there. And then, oh my heavens. See what happens when you're just screwing around? Sorry guys, that was a really big accident. I think we're going to go with some dimensionals on this though. Okay. And you can see I screwed up on the back of this, so I just reused it. That's the beauty of Stampin' Up! Cardstock, you guys. You get two sides to every piece of paper. And so if you screw up one side, you can just use the other side and nobody will know the difference. Actually, that's not quite where I want that. I kind of want it in between these two sets of Grapefruit Grove circles, like the flower middles, so that I have that showing. And so there it is. So I thought that was super cute. I didn't really do any stamping on it except the greeting. I just let these cards do all the work for me. So there's card number 1. Now remember, when you guys share the video, somebody next week will win all the cards that I make. So maybe it'll be you. Okay. I'm going to clean some of these things up. I think I'm going to keep those out because I'm going to use those on my next card, but I don't need this stamp or that. Okay. The next thing, so this will fit into one of our standard envelopes, just our regular medium envelopes. So keep that in mind for the next cards I'm going to show you. So we also have, with these Memories and More cards, because the cards are either 3x4s or 4x6s. And so a lot of us use these as greeting cards rather than for memory keeping or scrapbooking. And so this year Stampin' Up! Is offering the Whisper White Small Memories and More cards and envelopes. So here's one of the cards. Here's one of the envelopes. I just took one of the little Memories and More cards out of the pack because they're all the same size. Mounted it on that little card right there. Added some die cuts from the Flourish Thinlits. We got this large kind of cool flower here and then the smaller flower in there. Added that to the top of the card. Glued it on there. And then here it is ready to use on a gift. So it's the perfect size, the envelope and the card. So that was just something that I kind of made that I thought was kind of fun. So I wanted to show you guys that. And then they also have the large ones, the large Memories and More cards and envelopes. And so that's what we're going to use on this next project. So we've got the large envelope here. I've got the card from the kit that says Happy Birthday, which I thought was kind of fun. Here's the flip side of that guy. And then here's the card with the envelope. So this is a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 card. So I could just simply glue these things together and bam, I'm done. I've got a birthday card for somebody. I can just write in the center and mail it off. But I thought it might be kind of fun if I actually trimmed it down a little bit. So this one is trimmed down 1/8 of an inch on each side. And I'm going to mount that. Hello, Linda and Heather. Thanks for joining me onto this piece of mint macaron, which will then layer onto that. So it's still a super simple card, but it's going to just have a little bit of pop of the mint macaron color behind the black. And so just add these together. Whoops, not quite where I wanted it. How about like that? Okay, and then this is going to go onto that card. And these, the large ones, you can actually put in the mail. The post office will accept this size card. The post office will not accept that smaller card. However, the smaller card, where is it at? You could easily just take this little card and put it in a regular size envelope and mail it that way. But this little size here, you can't. Good morning, Beverly. How are you? Okay, so this we're going to put onto the card. So this just makes these Memories and More cards just even better. You can get a lot more use out of them this way, I think. So that should make all of us happy campers. Okay, so then I thought, well, that's a fun card just like it is, but it's kind of plain. So I'm going to bring out my faceted dots. Where's my opening thing here? And I have a few of these mint macaron ones on here, but then I started thinking, what would it look like if I used the Grapefruit Grove? So we'll just try it. We'll just see what happens. We'll just kind of throw a couple of these randomly on the card. It's a medium one, and then maybe a small, and that'll just add just a little bit more color to the thing. So how about that? That's kind of fun. And it's done. I mean, it's literally done. It was so fast, so easy, and yet I think it just kind of packs a wow when somebody opens that up. So this is a card that one of you will get, along with this one that I also made. So there's 2 so far. Fun, fun, fun. And now I'm going to put these things away and get out my next thing here. All right, I need a little room, so I do have to clean up my mess a little bit. Okay, so this next card is going to be done using the Abstract Impressions stamp set. Again, this is not a card that's in my online class. The cards in my online class are exclusive to the class. So thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to get that sheet out of the way. So I've got another piece of the Whisper White thick cardstock. And we'll just fold that in half. And get my bone folder out here. There we go. And then I've got these 2 side pieces here. This one measures, I can't remember, 1.5, 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then this one measures 1 inch by 5 1/4. Okay. And so for this one, I'm going to stamp a sentiment on here from the Abstract Impressions stamp set. This one's going to say, kindness changes everything. I need my ink. So I'm going to use a lovely lipstick ink. I need a scratch paper here. Here's a scratch paper. Here's a foam mat. It's amazing. The longer you work, the smaller area you get to work in, but we still can work, right? I can work in this tiny little area even if this entire space is covered with stuff. I just thought that was kind of funny, so I just randomly threw that out there. Okay, so I'm going to ink up this Kindness Changes Everything stamp in my lovely lipstick ink, and I'm going to stamp it off 1 time. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and only ink up like the bottom half of it, just so it's almost kind of like ombre-ish. And then I'm going to bring in my larger piece here, and I'm going to stamp that. And then I do have kind of an ombre-ish greeting, which I thought was kind of a fun, different thing to do with a greeting. Oh, I need this ink again. Stop putting the ink away. But you know, if I don't put the ink away, I'm going to make a mess. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to bring in my main card. Actually, I need this back. So here's my card. And I have a little scratch paper that I cut a triangle or a rectangle out of. So this is just a scrap piece of paper. So I put it into my trimmer and I cut 5 1/4 inches. Well, let me just get my trimmer and I'll show you how I did it. Actually, I'll just get a brand new piece of scrap paper because this might be confusing with that purple on there. Okay, so here's your trimmer. So here's my piece of paper. I just stuck it into the trimmer. Get that junk off there. I think I put it in there about at 4 inches. We'll just say 4 inches. So then I started my cut at the number 2. Get down there, number 2. And I went down 5 1/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1/4 inches. Okay. So then I moved my paper over to 5 1/4 because I want my opening to be 1 1/4 inches wide. Come back up here to the 2. And we're going to cut down again to 7 1/4, which is 5 1/4 inches. So now I have this little strip here, and I'm just going to finish that with a pair of scissors. You could use your trimmer if you want to, or you can just use a pair of scissors to cut this piece out. And this is going to help us do some kind of fun stamping on this card. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that trimmer, and we're going to bring this in to the card. Oh, I think I got that a little bit crooked. It should still be fine. Actually, it's not going to be fine. I should have cut that with my paper cutter. So guess what? I'm bringing in my original one because I've been making these cards for swaps, but I was doing them with the purple rather than the red. So I'm going to kind of put it onto the card so that there's about 1 inch, that I can see about 1 inch here. And then the other half is over here. So my card is actually about this wide. So I've got 1 inch, then I've got my opening, and then I've got the rest of the card. Okay, so we're going to just get that down just a hair. All right, so now I'm going to bring in the rose stamps from the set. So I've got the super bold one. Pardon the noise. Guess people don't know I'm Facebook Living right now and decided to mess around upstairs. And then I've got the more detailed one, so I'm going to use both of these. So I'm going to start out with the bold one, and I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it into my opening there. Okay, and I'm just going to keep doing that all the way down, just giving some light colored roses there. And then I'm going to come back in with this dark, boldish image, and we're going to add the detail over that. So it kind of looks like you have two colors there when you really only have one, which is fine. Next, we're going to bring in another color. This is the Shaded Spruce, and I am going to use the little leaf. This little guy right here, it's a leaf, but it can also be a butterfly wing. So you can do whatever you want with it. And we're going to then just come in and stamp some leaves onto these flowers. Did I say this was Shaded Spruce? No, I can't remember. I think I did. Got some leaves there. And I actually might come back in with, oops, that's not going to look good. With a tiny bit of the lipstick right there, just to kind of add a little more color, and then maybe one more leaf. We'll see if we can squeeze that in. Maybe just a tiny one there in the corner. Okay, so then when I take my piece of paper off and move all the rest of this junk out of the way, that's what we end up with. So we just have a slight opening in there. Now I'm going to close these because, like I've said, if I don't, we're going to get some mess going because Barb is messy. So I'm going to bring these two things back in, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind both of these strips. So just a slight bead of glue, and I'm going to add that to this piece of lovely lipstick. And this is just a random strip. It's about a 1/2 inch, but it's 5 1/4 inches long. So it's just going to break up the red and white that we'll have on the front of the card here. And same thing with this one. We're going to go in just a small bead of that. Add it to this little strip. Again, they're about a 1/2 inch wide. And I have not even been looking at the comments, guys. I hope nobody's asked me any questions. If you have asked me any questions, I will go back after the live is over and I will answer them for you. So I do apologize. Okay. Oh my heavens. Sometimes Barb, okay, you guys are going to laugh, but I'm assuming that I'm not the only person that does silly things like this. My card's going to open the wrong way because I wanted to put this on the bottom and then this on the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to make another layer. So I'm going to cut this off. Ugh. Some days are better than others, I tell you. Some days aren't better than others. Okay, so now this is a layer on that I'm going to put on my card later. So then I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Boy, this really turned out great, didn't it, you guys? You are so impressed with my abilities right now. I can just... Oh, my word. Okay, this is what I'm trying to do, okay? This is what I'm trying to do. Oh, my. Okay, so I was going to have a Whisper White card base, but now I think I'm going to switch it to Lovely Lipstick. So let me cut a piece of Lovely Lipstick here. And we're going to use that as our card base instead. Ugh, gosh. I've got too many things on my brain right now. In fact, I found out last night that my poor mother, she gets bouts of vertigo every once in a while. And she apparently had some vertigo last night and she was vomiting. And oh gosh, the poor thing. I just feel awful that I can't be there to help her. I want to be there all the time, but I just can't. So it makes me sad. Okay, so here we are changing up everything. Okay, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. Wow, you guys. Wow, wow, wow is all I can say right now. Wow. Okay, so then these pieces we're going to put on with dimensionals. Both of these pieces here. Those people upstairs sure are not being quiet. This is what happens when kids get out of school, right? Can't Facebook Live. I know she knows, and I'll be there as soon as I can. I just wish that I was there so I could go see her right now, but I can't. Okay, so this piece is going to go up here on the top, like so, and then this one, peel off the backings. Boy, this card was not supposed to take this long, seriously. But sometimes things happen. Okay, And then this one's going to go on the bottom here, like that. And then we'll put the whole thing on this lovely lipstick card base, and maybe that will look okay. We'll see. And then I'll show you what I was actually trying to do. It's fairly close, but not exactly the same. Okay. And then I did want to actually stamp a butterfly, so we're going to try to do that since I didn't, what am I trying to say? I didn't put any dimensionals underneath the middle there, so I think I can add the butterfly with no trouble. So we're going to go ahead and do his body in the shaded spruce. So that worked out. And then I'm going to clean off the set of leaves. So I've got my little Stampin' Chamois here in my stamp case. So let's clean that off. And then we're going to ink that up in the lovely lipstick. So do that. And then I am going to stamp it off. So I'm going to bring my scratch paper in here, stamp that off, and then add it. So now we have a little more detail on that. So now I'm going to put my ink pads away. And now the card is done, even though it's not exactly what I was going to do with it. Ta-da! Okay. So this is what I was actually trying to do. Not necessarily with the ribbon. That was kind of an afterthought. But I was trying to do this. I just wanted the orientation to be different. So rather than having it be a portrait card, I wanted it to be a landscape. But then I messed it up. But I guess you can't really tell that it's messed up. It looks like it's supposed to look like that. So it's probably going to be okay. And whoever wins it, I hope they like it. So there you have it. And honestly, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I wanted to do another project, but I literally just could not plan one. I tried. I was even up early this morning and doing some things. It just didn't work out. So these are the cards that somebody will win next week, these 3. So I hope that they like them. It's very fun. And again, remember my Abstract Impressions online class. It's on my blog. It's only $20, super cheap. And this card is not part of it, but now you know how to make this card. So that's another card you can make using the Abstract Impressions bundle. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I appreciate it so much. Please share the video to everyone and let them know that I am live, and I do appreciate everyone looking. And you can place your orders with me, shoppingwithbarb.com. Here's my monthly host code. I forgot to mention that also. Brain is just in overdrive right now. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here. Bye-bye.